Hi, welcome to the Coffee Chat show here on Buzzing Pattaya, the show where we talk about things that are happening right here, right now in Pattaya, as well as news, tips, general advice and discussion points. Now, before we get into today's show, please remember to hit the subscribe button, and if you'd like to be notified when we produce a new episode, please hit the bell icon. Okay, so today's question I want to ask you, and it's something that a lot of people talk about, is does the word Farang upset you? Does being called Farang annoy you, or is it something that doesn't really affect you, you don't think about it? Because let's be honest, the minute that you step off an aeroplane and you set foot into Thailand, you are automatically, whether you like it or not, you are automatically called a Farang. And it's in the Thai dictionary, which dates back a long time, but the word is Farang, and it's actually an R, Farang. But because Thais have a difficulty pronouncing the R, they change it to an L. So you'll hear the word Falang. But either way, Farang or Falang, basically what it means is a person of a white skin. Now, in today's modern world, is that classed as racism? Is that like a racist comment? Can you do that? And they also, believe it or not, anybody that has a darker skin, they call chocolate man. This is the 21st century, I don't know, but it just seems to be accepted here. Now, I know from experience, if you was to be back in, say, England, and you referred to a person as of a different colour in a way that was offensive or could be deemed offensive, you've been in a lot of trouble. Whereas out here, it's just general part and package of everyday life. Now, when I first came here, for the first year, it was quite humorous because at the end of the day, it didn't really worry me. It's like Farang. It just, whatever. It's not a problem. I can live with it. And certainly when you're on holiday, it goes without saying, it shouldn't really offend you as such because it's a novelty. All of a sudden you're in this new country and there's people calling you Farang. Oh, Farang. And you're thinking, oh, that must be me. But after the time when the novelty wears off, it starts to become a little bit more tiresome. And the reason being is this. If you're in a group of friends, now I've lived here for just short of 10 years now, and I have many Thai friends, and I have no issue with the Thai people at all. I love them, I speak their language, it's a lovely place to be. But I still, 10 years later, I still get when I go back home, which is in a small area called Dan Krian, which is just outside of Nakhon Ratchasima, or known as Karat. When I go home, even being here for so long, and people have seen me for so long, and people I know refer to you as Farang. And I get myself into a situation where I say, hi, how are you doing? My name is, and I tell them, and I say, this is my name, but irrelevant. They'll forget that instantly, as if like they can't really want to, or they don't really want to remember your name, and refer to you as the Farang. So fast forward all these years, and I've got to be honest with you, if I go to someone new, it doesn't worry me. Oh, the Farang come. Yeah, okay, I understand. But if you've got people that you call friends or class as friends, and they still refer to you as Farang, I don't know, sometimes that just, I don't know. For me personally, I think, you should really know my name now, especially when you listen and everybody refers to everybody in Thai as their name. But when you become a foreigner and you're not a Thai person, irrespective that they know your name, they will ultimately refer to you as Farang. Now, don't take me wrong, I have a lot of very good Thai friends and a Thai family, and everybody calls me by my name, so it's not a problem. I don't have an issue with it. But do you? Does it upset you? If you're here on 2-week holiday, does that 2-week holiday period where you're constantly referred to as a Farang, even though you might walk into a bar and say, hi, my name's John, my name's Peter, and they go, oh, hi, Farang, you want a drink? And you're like, oh, where did that come from? Or does it go over your head? Is it like a whoosh thing? Oh, whatever, didn't even recognise it. Have you been here a long time? Do you live here? Does this constant, it's not, I don't know, is it racism? Are they calling you a racist name? I don't know how to describe this because it's a difficult situation to discuss, because is Farang a racist name? If you was in Europe, could you refer to someone constantly just by the colour of their skin? The answer is no, we can't. So why does it happen here? What's the give? Why can this be part and package of a lifestyle here in Thailand where you're just going to be referred to as a Farang. I mean, can you imagine walking down the street, oi, and you call someone by their colour? I mean, it's just, I don't know. I don't know. I personally, I wouldn't do that. Personally, it's not my style. But here, it just seems to be the norm. So, if you've been here a while, or if you're here on holiday, does the word Farang or Falang, does that word offend you? Do you find it offensive, or you just brush it off and it doesn't matter? Because I was chatting to some friends the other day, and we were undecided. Some of us said, oh, I don't care. And others said, you know what, it gets on my nerves. And I can understand both arguments because, you know, to be honest with you, there's a lot of things here in Thailand which is, you know, it just doesn't matter. It's like, oh, it's just the way, just accept it. But should you accept it? Whereas another set of my friends in the discussion we were talking about stood their ground and said, no, it's wrong. You know, we were given a name at birth and we should use that name, and we should share the name with other people, and other people respectfully should call you by your name. That's why we have a name. So I can see both sides of the argument. So I'm undecided. For me, if I know that person, if I've known that person for a period of time and they refer to me, oh, the Farang or the Flang, yeah, that does grind me a little bit, I'm not going to lie. But if I don't know somebody and they say, oh, Falang, ma, come here, I think, do you know what, yeah, they don't know my name. So, of course, they're going to say, hey, instead of saying, hey, come over here, they just call you Farang because it's an accepted term here. So, question today then is, does the word Farang or Falang, does that word bother you when the people refer to you with that word? Does it upset you? Does it affect you? Let me know in the comments below. Hit the subscribe button, and please remember to hit the bell icon. Tell me what your thoughts are, and thanks very much for watching this edition of the Coffee Chat Show here on Buzzing Pattaya.